What's up, guys? This is the Human Experience Podcast. Welcome. We're in a parking lot.
Yep. And I think we should talk about corruption.
All right.
I think,
Corruption is everywhere, dude.
well, hold on. I think it's a really broad topic.
Corruption?
Yeah, because it's everywhere.
It's everywhere. Yeah, I mean, there's not a single example. I don't even know. Do you think it's human nature? Like, do you think someone that has any opportunity of gaining some power will be corrupted by that power?
I want to say no, but I feel like the answer is yes.
Because nobody has proven us otherwise.
Yeah. Like, we as humans only do things animals do things to survive. And we also do things to survive. But since we have the consciousness, we have a more selfish incentive to do things beneficial to us.
We could have like a separate agenda. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, like animals don't have a separate agenda. They don't have the consciousness to be able to understand whatever it is that they're doing.
To like fuck other people up.
Yeah. But let's just talk about like the thing that everyone knows about but no one wants to do anything about, right? So like out of high school, you go to college and then you get your degree and then you get a job, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, everyone from our generation is talking about how that is such a waste of time. Like the people that are conscious are talking about how that's such a waste of time and that they're going down a different route, whether it's like starting a business or, that's pretty much the only route you can go down. Because whatever you want to do, whether you're an entertainer or an athlete or a business owner, that's your business. If you're an athlete, it's your body. If you're an entertainer, it's your art. Business.
I mean, anything that anyone pursues, like even in school, to be great at it and to actually in this society right now to actually be financially free in whatever you pursue, you have to have an entrepreneur mindset.
Yeah.
You have to do entrepreneurship. Like if you're a doctor and you go to medical school or whatever and you get all that done, and then you're already like being a doctor or whatever working, you're still not you're gonna have debt to pay. You're gonna have bills still. You're gonna have to go to work in order to pay. A lot of doctors live really well, but they probably have their own clinics, or they probably have there's still anything that anybody does. The only way to actually scale it to the rooftop is by entrepreneurship, getting your own ownership of anything, being an owner of something. Or nothing.
And it's funny because becoming a doctor, it takes so long in order to pay off the debt. Like, it's all the same. It's all getting a bunch of negative debt that isn't beneficial towards you, gain a bunch of interest, and then try to pay it off, right? So becoming a doctor is basically the same. If you don't have an entrepreneurial mindset, it's going to be difficult as well.
Yeah, and it's a shit ton of debt.
Yeah.
Like, it's expensive. Knowledge, education has become a business. It's not about the people actually getting educated anymore. It's just how can we make the most money? Oh, let's tell them this is 40 whatever for tuition for the whole year, $40,000. Oh, and if you want to park in campus, it's going to be an extra $300. Oh, also if you want to live in campus, it's going to be an extra $10,000. Like, it's just a business now. It's just a business, and people go into debt, and then they get their piece of paper afterwards and take a picture and stuff, and they feel accomplished, and then they go to work and then live the rest of their lives from 9 to 5 trying to pay back that debt that they had. And then once they're in that 9 to 5, that's when they realize that they actually didn't even want to have that job. They didn't have to, I'm not saying school is bad for everyone. If you want to be a doctor or a lawyer, go to school. Anything else, it's a waste of time.
Yeah, definitely.
Anything else, it's a waste of time, because those two, you actually have to go and learn stuff from a book and from people and this and that, whatever. But a business major, really?
Experience is the best teacher for that.
Yeah,
For
like
sure.
you're going to school to get a business career being taught by someone that has never owned a business. Like that is stupid.
Yep.
And most of the people just get like, oh, well, I just have to go to school because they don't know what to do. They don't even give themselves the time to think, but they don't want you to think. They want you to be a worker.
Yep, but not only do the people in control of the system not want you to think, but the people that are extremely unconscious don't want to think.
Exactly.
They don't want to think.
It's hard. It's not safe.
They don't want to accept the truths of what is actually reality. Like, they don't want to accept that, you know, everything is corrupt. Every single industry is corrupt. Like, their entire life of going to college is basically a waste of time and money and energy and effort. Like, you're wasting the same amount of energy and effort that you're putting into college, you could be putting into something that's actually growing for yourself, which is a business. So it's pretty much going to take the same amount of time to succeed in both. That's the way I see it, you know?
Yeah, and I think a lot of people have been like scared away from the word business because of the ideal or the stereotype of what a businessman is. You
Okay,
know?
yeah.
Like a business doesn't mean going to work and making a corporate business. Like a business could be literally anything.
Yeah.
Anything. Any idea, creative idea or anything that is a product that could help other people. Anything that you can sell a service, sell a product, anything can be a business.
Solve a problem. You
Yeah.
just got to find something that solves a problem.
Exactly.
Market it
That
right.
is it. And like it's crazy. People don't understand how free they actually could be, but they don't. Well, I mean, most of people don't want to.
I think it's because they get trapped. They get trapped by all the shish kebab that we that we I don't want to cuss.
Okay.
They get trapped by like everything. So like Joe Rogan was saying how like a man in desperation, right? Like because bills is what builds up and like the person gets trapped and they eventually like have to work their way out of it. Yeah, responsibilities.
Yeah.
Like for example, college is perfect. It's a perfect scam. It's a perfect scam. Like it tells you, all right, I'm gonna give you this education, which is extremely outdated, and you're gonna get a job, but it might pay like 5 figures, 6 figures, but you're gonna be going into debt for like that same amount. So it's basically gonna be the same like. It's
and
like
we're
1
gonna
to 1.
charge you with interest, so you're
Exactly.
gonna have to pay us more.
Exactly. And
Like-
it's a scam because it's easy for the unconscious people to be like, okay,
Oh.
I'm gonna listen to my superiors. I'm gonna listen to the system.
And they don't understand that the creators of the system probably didn't even go to school like that.
Bro, in the School of Hard Knocks Instagram page, that dude that goes to interview all these millionaires,
Oh, yeah.
none of the millionaires say that, school. Yeah, go to school.
There's like a good handful
Mm-hmm.
that would say school is good or that they went to school.
Yeah.
But not all the ones that say that they actually went to school. Most of them don't even like they say school is not that relevant. Education is one thing. Educating and learning, I think that is super important. But going to school and paying thousands of dollars and being in debt for education that right now in this day you can learn on YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
like there's so go to the public library and get a book if you're old school or whatever. But this day now today 2024 everything is on the internet.
Yeah.
Everything. Like there's the guy that learned coding going to like online and finding Harvard puts like their lectures online for free.
Yeah.
Or sometimes he would just grab a backpack and go into Harvard and just walk into a classroom.
Well, Steve Jobs did that. He would like
Oh,
he would
shit,
walk into
yeah.
like different classrooms. I forgot which university, and he would just learn or whatever. I don't know if that contributed to Apple, but I'm sure it did.
That's insane. Like, it's just a scam.
Yeah.
It's a perfect scam.
It's indoctrination 101,
Yeah.
which is, I mean, it's it's something that a lot of people know about, but no one wants to talk about.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, most people don't want to be wrong.
Well, most people are scared.
Exactly.
I think it's fear.
But yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If you, like, people that go to school and they think that that's the way and that's how they're going to be successful or whatever, and you tell them otherwise, a lot of people are arrogant. You know?
They'll die for the system. They'll die for it.
Exactly. And they don't even understand how it actually works. Like, they don't give a shish kebab about you.
Yeah, they don't give a shish kebab about you at all.
At all. They don't care. Like, they're not actually like, oh, this person is a hard worker. You know,
Yeah.
they went to school. No. They just see numbers.
They see profit.
Exactly.
They see money. That's all they want is money and profit. But they're the ones that print the money, like Andrew Tate was saying.
Yeah.
They're the ones that print the money. So all they want is power. They just want
exactly.
power. That's all they want. Power and control.
When they're above money.
Yeah.
Money is nothing. They can just print it.
And like COVID was the
Test run.
compliance test,
Yeah.
right? For all of us.
It makes so much sense because I was like, well, when I was an NPC, you know.
Well, what is an NPC?
Oh, a non-playing character.
Yeah.
So whenever you're playing like a game or whatever, and let's say you're playing Grand Theft Auto, and then there's people walking that you never interact with, they don't even have one line. Yeah, that's an NPC.
Yeah.
I remember my people that I knew were really scared. You know, they were following the rules, and there were this and there were that, and I was like, well, will I die though? And I was like, well, I mean, your grandma might. Okay. So I'm not going to talk to my grandma? Like, I'm not going to get close to my grandma.
Yeah.
Like, and when I saw Andrew Tate talking about it, like, well, yeah, of course your 90-year-old grandma's going to die. Like, you're not. If you're healthy, if you take care of yourself, you know, the virus is so small.
Yeah, it's a cold.
You don't need 6 vaccines. You don't.
Yeah, you don't. It's scary because I get the feeling of like I wake up sometimes and I feel like there's an implosion coming. There's an implosion of whoever runs the system and the people that are in the system. It feels like some big event is gonna happen. I mean, the inevitable big event that's gonna happen is AI, right? But how is that gonna contribute to whatever is going on right now, like the system right now, like the corruption of everything? Like, not only is education a scam, but like whatever you consume, food, is a scam as well.
Yeah. Oh my God, the food industry is, and they're walking like this with the medical industry. Like
Sugar.
They put so much sugar there. So bread should not have that many ingredients. Most of the things in the US should not have that many ingredients. And it's public knowledge. Like, it's information that is out everywhere. And so, like, with the internet. But there's a lot of people that compare, like, things. Like, they compare this food compared to this food in the US and in the UK. Right? And the UK has way less ingredients.
Yeah.
You know, and it's the same thing. Like, they want you to have heart disease. They want you to have diabetes because that keeps you going back to your doctor, and then your doctor referring you to medications, and then you going to the pharmacy, and then you buying medications because you think you're going to die because if you don't get that medication, and then you spend, I don't know, you get insurance, and then your insurance, like,
they want you to stay weak. That's what they want you. They want you to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
So that they can take advantage of you. That's what they want.
They want you to think that you're dependent on them. Like, if we had food that is actually real food, that doesn't hurt us, you know? Like, people would be in their peak health, you know?
Diabetes wasn't even a thing in the 19th century. Like, in the 19th century, diabetes was not a thing at all, right? Like, right now, I don't remember the statistic exactly, but I was listening to some doctor, and he was saying how, like, back then, diabetes was, like, I don't know, like 1 in 100,000.
Yeah.
Right? and now it's like 1 in 11 or 10, right? And that comes from all the sugar, and that comes from the processed foods, because processed foods have sugar inside of it as well. Like when you go to any single generic city, any single big city, honestly, any city in general,
Yeah.
what do you see? You see McDonald's, you see Burger King, you see like a bunch of the same brands that are in your home city. And why are those brands like popular? Because it's garbage. It's garbage food that's just poisoning you. It's not good for you
And
whatsoever.
it's like there was this study on rats that they put rats to try sugar and then rats to try cocaine, and they wanted to see which one they got addicted to, right? The rat always chose sugar, always over cocaine, a super addictive drug. Well, it is. It's not, but like it is a super addictive drug. But sugar is more addictive than cocaine.
Yeah.
The rats always chose sugar, and that's what they're giving us.
Like, how is Coca-Cola a legit brand? How is Coca-Cola like a brand that you can you can go to Walmart, go buy this at Chuck E. Cheese, Peter Piper with your family, and enjoy a bottle of Coca-Cola? It is freaking sugar water. That's all it is. It's just sugar water. Coca-Cola is a sugar brand. That's all it is. How is this a legit brand? Like Coca-Cola, any candy brand, how are those legit? Sugar and candy is not good for you. It just it doesn't give you muscle. It gives you unnecessary, it gives you unnatural, unnecessary, artificial calories
And
and
dopamine.
carbohydrates
Like it gets you addicted by giving you that satisfaction,
in your
that dopamine satisfaction.
Yeah.
You know, the same addictive process that any drug has, sugar does it.
Yeah.
You know, caffeine does it.
Yep.
You know, that's why sugar is the godfather. Like, it's
Yeah.
crazy because, like, candy is marketed for kids.
Yeah. That's
Like, they want you, since you're a kid, they want you to eat shish kebab. Like, they want you to get addicted to sugar, so when you start growing up, you're always craving sugary stuff, or you're always craving unhealthy things. They changed your whole palate. Like, it's insane.
it's marketed towards kids. That's enough to tell you. I mean, not only the market, like kids are relevant, extremely relevant in making sure you influence them at a young age in order to do something that they grow up liking, so that they can repeat it as an adult.
And the cycle continues.
Yep. Like that's why they don't want Andrew Tate, because he was influencing young men, kind of kids, like I think
The younger generations.
yeah.
Because the younger generations are relevant because they are the future generations. Old people are going to die.
That's true.
You know, old people are going to die. The older people that don't care, that they're like, oh, well, this is how I grew, whatever. Okay, fine. You're going to die anyways. When I'm 50 and the people in power are going to be my own generation, because all the other shish kebabbers are going to be dead. You know,
Yeah.
MFers are going to be dead.
Yeah.
Like, and people don't understand that, 'cause like people, oh my god, bro, people just want to stay ignorant.
People want to stay ignorant, but they want to stay in their own bubble. Like they want to be in their own world where it's like, well, I'm sitting here and I don't see any danger. I don't
Yeah.
see any danger around me, but it's all around you. Like
And it's
it's
instant.
control.
Yeah, because you think you don't see danger instantly. You don't walk out of your house and you see danger everywhere. No, but it's coming.
Yep.
Because you are in this war, you know?
Yeah.
Like how Andrew Tate was saying.
Uh-huh.
Like everyone is in this. It's just not everyone sees it instantly, and most people like instant stuff. That's why most people can't let go of instant gratification, for example.
Yep.
Like when you go to the gym, you're not going to go one day and then have abs the next day. That's
Mhm.
not how it works, and people are used to that. So when they don't see instant danger, they think that everything is fine with their life.
Yep.
Because they don't care what the government is doing. Like, that has nothing to do with them. I don't know I don't know any of them.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you a name. Yeah, but they're controlling you. Because they're the people that control your money, the people that control your food, the people that control everything.
Yep.
In this, because they are the creators,
Mm.
like, of the system, of the matrix.
I
It's-
mean, not only is what you consume in your body, like food and drinks and all that stuff, not only is that a scam, but the information you consume is a scam as well. Think about Hollywood. All
Yeah.
the shish kebab that you consume is a scam as well. Like, it's all a corporate propaganda arm. Uh it- okay, let me go back. It's government propaganda, right? Like, you need to abide by the rules that the government, which the government is not controlling. Like, the government is not in charge. The people that are in charge are the corporation owners, because those are the people that are lobbying and giving money to the politicians and the government in order to make laws or in order to make bills or whatever that benefit their company to help them make more money, right? So those people are the funders of mainstream media, like Hollywood and like mainstream news networks and all that stuff. And they want you to ignore all the relevant information that is actually going on. And they want you to ignore anything that they have negative. Like, for example, if they have a person that's on their side, so like every single celebrity that's sold their soul, if the celebrity has done something wrong, the mainstream media will try to make a cover for it to make sure that the celebrity is okay, because that's one of their poster childs, right? So the poster childs, all the celebrities want you to consume unconscious, irrelevant shish kebab. That's all they want you to consume. So that's why that's a scam. They want you to just think about stupid stuff like gossip, like drama, like oh, who's that celebrity dating, instead of like, oh, who's on the Jeffrey Epstein client list, like who's on the who went to Jeffrey Epstein's island. Like, the list still has not came out, right? But they want to talk about Andrew Tate is the human trafficker, or they want to talk about
They have tried to put him in jail twice already. Well, they did put him in jail, but like,
they just want to talk about irrelevant stuff that doesn't matter in order to distract you from the relevant stuff that actually does matter, in order to push their agenda further and make sure you're not aware of the agenda that they're pushing.
literally the
That's it.
Roman circus.
Yep, the Roman circus. Exactly.
They want you distracted so you don't see what they're actually doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Until the last seconds, until the barbarians come in, and then everyone's effed.
yeah. Like, they want you distracted in order for them to get what they want and do what they want, but you still think that you're happy because you are worried because your favorite celebrity just broke up with another celebrity. Who gives a shish kebab? Like, you don't care what you're putting in your body. You don't care what is going on. You don't care about your freedom. You don't care about anything other than irrelevant stuff that they feed you. You don't think for yourself. Most people. Like,
The unconscious people, this is a message to all you mother effers, okay? You don't care about what you're putting in your body. You're eating McDonald's. You're eating sugar. You don't care about what you're putting into your brain. You're watching reality TV show, Kim Kardashian. You're listening to rap music about people stabbing and big booty girls and irrelevant stuff, and you don't care about your freedom because you're giving up everything by being ignorant. The ignorant are the most blissful. Like, ignorance is bliss. You are being ignorant, so you choose to ignore everything that's going on around you in order for you to stay happy in your little bubble. So you're stupid, and it's time for you to wake up, because there's an implosion coming. There's a war coming, and something big is coming. I feel it in my bones. I feel it in my soul. I feel it in my energy. And technology is getting more and more advanced. You don't know how they're going to be able to control us even more. You know, like,
they already see everything that you do in your phone. Every
Yeah,
single
that's
thing
true.
that you think you have hidden in your phone, they already have it.
Yep.
They already have it. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
Pegasus 2 doesn't even need you to open any message or open any link, accept anything. They just need your phone number. That's all they need. And they have your phone. Like
Mhm.
nothing is private anymore.
They have all of our data, data, whatever. Because because you press accept on the terms and conditions, and they can cater the terms and condition to whatever they want. Because in one of their articles it says we are allowed to change these terms and conditions whenever we choose.
Basically, that's what
Not exactly, but that's basically a summary of what it says.
yeah, like if you decline, it doesn't matter because we could override it. Basically, it's what it says.
If you decline, you can't use the app. If you accept, well, then you give up all your information and your freedom and your data.
If you decline, I think you can use the app. It's just they can override it if you declined anyway.
Really?
Something like that.
I've never declined, so I'm part of that. I'm part of that, like, because I want to use, like, editing software. I want to use social media in order to grow something. Like, I want to use these platforms. But they have access to all of our data. Like Edward Snowden. If you don't know about Edward Snowden, you have to do some serious research, but we'll still educate you.
I know. There's so many people. It's crazy to me that people know who he is and call him a traitor, right? But they don't, like, people, this is what we mean by everything is controlled as well. Social media, they choose what you see. They choose what to show you. That's why you think Edward Snowden is a traitor. That's why you think Andrew Tate is a misogynist. Like, that's why everything, you know? Because the human, like, a person is not going to be interested in digging deeper, right? Like, you're not going to see Edward Snowden's a traitor. Oh, well, damn. Like, he's in Russia. Oh, well, he probably did something really bad because he knows he shouldn't be here. No. That dude literally exposed that we have no privacy in these phones or whatever. He exposed everything, and he knew that it was going to be unfair, his trial, right?
So, like, Edward Snowden exposed that the NSA and, like, any, like, major secret organization was collecting data on all of us, right? And they claimed to be collecting data in order to prevent terrorist attacks, right? But Edward Snowden was one of the top contractors for the NSA, I think for the CIA as well. And he was, like, kind of overlooking the information of the secret, what's it called?
NSA.
No, the secret programs that they had going on. So he felt in his moral, like, according to his morals and principles, he felt like whatever the NSA, the CIA was doing in order to collect data from us, American citizens, was morally wrong and unconstitutional. So that's why he whistle blew, right? So he whistle blew, and after he whistle blew, everyone called him a traitor. Everyone was making sure that they got their agenda across, that Edward Snowden was a terrible man and a traitor and all that stuff. But it turns out that whatever he exposed was deemed unconstitutional by the courts. So what he did was actually good for us, right? I mean, if you're any human with a brain, you could understand that if your neighbor is watching you every single time you're grilling in your backyard and making sure he knows everything you're talking about, you're conversing about with the people that you care about, you're going to know that neighbor is pretty sketchy. And you're not going to accept that that neighbor is, doing it for a good reason. Like, why would your neighbor do that? So that's basically what Edward Snowden did. The neighbor was the NSA. You were talking amongst anyone on your phone, any single app you have, any photo you have. That's the people you were conversing with. So he exposed that the neighbor was watching us, and it was deemed unconstitutional by the courts. That's what Edward Snowden did. And now he's in Russia.
Years after that, years after he whistleblew, then it was deemed unconstitutional. And then they had to switch the laws in order for it to be legal.
Mm-hmm.
They still didn't change,
Mm-hmm.
Like, he basically violated the Espionage Act.
Yeah.
And when someone whistleblows and violates the Espionage Act, their trial isn't
Oh, yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
So in trial, he would have to go to trial. He can't tell the judge or the jury why he whistleblew, why he did what he did, why he exposed whatever he exposed. He can't tell anyone why he did it at
Mhm.
all. He's just, if the judge only knows that he violated the Espionage Act, then he's just going to get prosecuted and sent to jail for however many years. You
Yeah.
know, and that's what has happened to many whistleblowers in the past.
Yep.
Whether they were for the good of the people or not, it doesn't matter. We don't know because they're not allowed. With that act, they're not allowed to tell the jury or anyone why they did what they did, and he knew that that was going to happen, that it wasn't going to be fair. And that's why he left to Russia.
Yeah.
He went and asked for sanctuary over there. And that's why he's still over there. He
Well-
even says himself, like, I'll come back. I want to come back to the US, but I just want a fair trial. I want to tell the judge and the jury why I did what I did, and then they can prosecute me. Whatever it is, if I go to jail, I go to jail. It's fine. He has made his bed, and he understands it, and he's going to lay in it, but it's not if it's unfair. And I think he's right.
But he didn't want to go to Russia. When he was leaving the country, he wanted to go to like some South American country, right? And I think the U.S. got in contact with Bolivia or one of those companies, and they were like, if Edward Snowden lands here, we are going to, like, they were threatening that country. I don't know exactly what they threatened them with, but he got stuck in Russia. He didn't choose to be in Russia. He got stuck there because he was escaping, because the trial that he was going to get was not going to be fair because of what you said.
Yeah.
He's not going to get a ability to tell the jury or the judge why he did it. It's brave men like that, like brave men that go against the system. Edward Snowden, Andrew Tate. Brave men get fricked up by the system because those brave men have morals and they have principles. And they understand that the system is trying to control all of us. All of us. They're trying to control all of us. Like, if you don't have a lot of money, if you don't have a lot of power, if you don't have a lot of influence, you are irrelevant to them. You are just a number. You're an employee to them. It doesn't matter to them. Once you become a celebrity, if you become something of relevance, like YouTube, a YouTuber, a streamer, entertainer, anything in the entertainment business, once you start becoming relevant and you start catching momentum, they will make sure that you abide by their rules. And that's what everyone means by selling their souls. And I'm saying this not because I have been through it, but because I've heard other people go through it, such as Cat Williams and Andrew Tate. When you sell your soul, you agree to listen to everything that they tell you to say.
Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle. Exactly. You have to listen to everything they say. Like, you have to make sure that you stay within their lines. If not, they're going to cancel you. They're going to make sure to put you in jail for some false accusations. And then you're screwed because, you know, you don't have a job in the entertainment industry. You're blackballed. And you don't have money. So, like, that's what they mean by selling your soul. All these celebrities that have sold their souls, they talk about unconscious, irrelevant stuff. I'm repeating myself right now. And it's something that we all have to realize. Like, why are you listening to rap music that talks about shooting people and big booty bitches? Oh, I cussed. Big booty bridges and stuff that is just negative for your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. Why are you listening to that?
Your subconscious mind knows no jokes, bro.
Yeah.
That's real. Like, people, if you make stupid jokes, you're most likely stupid. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy.
If you make stupid jokes, you're most likely stupid. Yeah, I remember I would hang out with when I used to hang out with people from the ghetto. People from the ghetto made ghetto jokes. If I hung out with people from Mexico make ghetto Mexican jokes. Like it's
Who
whoever
you
you surround
surround-
yourself
yeah.
with is who you become.
Exactly.
So you need to make sure you're surrounding yourself with logical, conscious, emotionally intelligent human beings that are trying to further their lives without going according to the system. Because when you go according to the system, you get effed with debt and with responsibilities that shouldn't even be yours, such as debt.
They love you being in debt.
Yep.
That's their whole. They love when people are in debt and they're struggling.
Yep.
You know, like they're not gonna care if you're a single mother of two and you're working every day from day to night, and you get pulled over, and they don't care. They don't care.
Yeah.
They'll take everything because it's easy. Because you don't have protection, you don't have money, you don't have anything that can protect you in any way because you fell for the system.
And I'm going to say something real quick. I think police officers' jobs are a waste. I think they're extremely irrelevant because the entire justice system is corrupt. So whatever the police officer abides by is a product of the agenda that the corruption is a product of the agenda that the people that are in charge of the corruption want to push. So police officers, when they when they detain Andrew Tate, they think they're doing the right thing, right? But they're not, because they're pushing whatever the controllers of the system want to be done.
They probably don't even know why why they're detaining Andrew Tate. Like they just get told what to do and they do it because they are police officers and they think they represent lawfulness,
And justice.
like justice. Like no, I don't remember where I saw it, but most like a lot of police officers don't even know why they're going after a person when it's someone that the system wants to shut up or wants to capture or wants to whatever. You know, most of the time they don't know why they're doing what they're doing. They just got orders. Oh, well, I got ordered that whatever.
But these are good, hardworking men that, like, men and women that want to bring justice and bring safe life to the citizens of whatever the city that they're in, whatever country, whatever state. And they're taking advantage of you because, dude, you understand all politicians are corrupt, right? All politicians are corrupt.
And most of the people think they can't do anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
But what would happen if we all, hypothetically, what would happen if everyone just decided to not pay taxes? They can't put everyone in jail. You know, what if hypothetically we all decided to just not go to work? You know, like you are just the rats, the little mice in rat wheels running and creating energy for them.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
Like what if the rats just don't want to run today?
Yep.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like they can't put it's insane to me in my head that it's this amount of people controlling this amount of people. Like, it's insane. It's insane in my head.
I mean, it's the 1%. Literally the 1%. But the 1% has all the money.
Right.
Well, not all the money. Money is... I mean, okay. There was this one quote. I don't remember it, but... I don't remember it exactly, so I might butcher it. But it basically said, let's say let's say you split up all the 1%'s money into equal fractions in order to give to the 99%. Right? Let's say we split up all the money and we give it to the people. Well, it'll just end up back into the 1%'s hands. Like the 1% will still be 1% because the 99% are given false information into whatever it takes to get rich and to become successful. Like, it doesn't take 40 years to get rich, bro. There's people my age that are rich.
Yeah.
Like, money is abundant. Money is everywhere. Anything is a business. Everything is a business. Everything. Even Well, let me hold back on that comment.
I think once you understand how money works, you can make money work for you. Like, it just becomes, once you start learning about anything that has to do with money or like currency or stuff like that, like the banks, how they work, what things you can, once you just start seeing all the little loopholes that they have created in order that you can take advantage of as well. Like, it just becomes this like snowball going down a mountain, getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Like, you just have to know how money works, and it sucks because I personally, I don't care about money, you know? Like, we need money in this society. What?
What do you mean you don't care about money?
The value of money, the value that money has is the value that we have given it. You know? Like, it's paper. It's literally, to its core, to the base, it's paper that we have given some sort of value. And it's what makes this world go round. You know? That's why we need money. You know? I'm not saying I'm not gonna have money. You know? It doesn't matter. It's just, it's what makes the world go round. And it gives, the value that we've given money is astonishing. Like,
I mean, I was watching this one movie. I forgot what it was called. It was like, I think it was 3000 BC. I don't remember. But the people of that time, obviously they didn't have paper, right? The people of that time, their currency was beans. And like, it was funny to see. There was this one scene where, like, it was like downtown in like a major city, and the people, they were auctioning slaves and they were like selling a bunch of stuff, and there was like this one scene where there was like a line of like 10 people, and the people were like for beans. You get what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, they were going crazy for beans. But
that was their form of currency.
that's like us going crazy for money, like
Yeah.
thirsting for money, thirsting for beans.
Yeah.
Like, it's the same thing. It's the same, history repeats itself. Like, I'm sure that happened, definitely, right?
Yeah.
It's just currency. It's just what they, corporations find something that give a human value, right? And then they charge you for it, and that's how they make money. And since you're not able to do it, you value it even more because you think money is scarce. You have a scarce mindset, right? Like, it's stupid. It's an evil way. Like, if money rules the world, that's such an evil way to think about our society right now and our world. It's such a limiting way.
Dude, the world that we live in is so beautiful.
Yep.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
And they just keep you, they give you false information. And then they just have to keep you interested enough, you know?
Yeah.
To keep going.
Like Mexico, for example. Well, first, I want to say two things. First, it's not only the system's consequences that the world is like this. It's the people that are unconscious, that are ignorant, that are also
following it
and at fault for the world being like this, right? Like, being so superficial, judgmental, divided. Like, it's the unconscious people that act on their emotions instead of thinking logically. We got to think logically. Everyone has to think logically. If we think emotionally, then we're no different than any animal that sees another animal and thinks the other animal is squaring up, and they fight.
Or like, because there's the cycle of life in like animals. When you see a lion kill a gazelle, like, that makes you kind of feel bad. But it's the cycle of life.
Yep.
Right? And the cycle of life in humans looks different because of the consciousness that we have.
Yep.
You know, it sucks because, like, you were saying something right now. What did you say? I had a point. I forgot. I had
Is that why you were going to me?
Huh?
Is that why you went back to me? Like you were saying something? Because you forgot your point?
Yeah. Well, it's because I was going to say something about what you had said previously, but
okay.
I forgot my point.
I was going to talk about Mexico as well. Mexico is a beautiful country. Like if you people vacation, Mexico is like a tourism capital of the world, for sure. And it's ran by cartels and by drugs and by money. And you know, it's such a shame that a country like that, which is extremely beautiful, the culture is beautiful, is extremely corrupt to the point where you're scared to leave your house.
Yeah.
But the thing is, United States is the same amount of corrupt, but they do it in a smart way. The controllers of the system do it in a smart way to make you feel safe, to make sure you feel like you're in your bubble world and everything's okay.
To show you like a sort of simulation.
Yeah.
Of everything is fine.
Yep.
You're alive. You can go eat. You can go get some Wingstop right now, yeah, and watch TV. You can do that. You're safe.
Yep. Go get fat. Go get stupid watching reality TV shows, listening to rap music, and don't question us.
Yeah. Because we give you safety.
And entertainment and food and anything that might trigger your dopamine neurons.
Oh, you found the cure for cancer? Oh, no, you can't show that, though. Not that. No.
Yeah, you can't help the humans, the citizens of America.
Oh, you saw that we're poisoning the food and you're trying to make healthy stuff for people? Oh, no, don't do that. No, we're not. The social media isn't behind you, so you're probably it's gonna take a while for you to get all that, because we don't. No, you can't do that. You can't talk about that. No, go be a clown. Go dance or something. I'll make you famous, but just go dance and not tell people real things.
It's all about ignoring whatever it is that they're doing. That's what they want you to do. Just ignore whatever it is that they're doing. It I don't know how to comprehend it. I don't know how to. Well, I do know, but I don't know how to.
It doesn't fit in your head.
Yeah, it doesn't fit that we're living in this world.
And
it doesn't fit.
It's crazy because my whole life, I mean, I'm pretty young, you know. I'm like 22 years old.
Yeah.
I'm super young. But my whole life, I've seen the world differently. Like, I haven't always been conscious and been able to put it into words that this is corruption, this is what's going on, this is why I feel this way or whatever. But I've always seen things differently. Like, I haven't always been interested in what other people are interested in. And I didn't understand why people were interested in certain things. Like, simply with other people. Like, I feel like I've never actually cared what other people think about me. But I didn't understand why people would even go to the extent of lying. You know, for example, about whatever they're doing, about whoever they are. Just so someone else could like them. You know? Like, if you, like, it's crazy to me because I always thought, well, I don't want to, it's too much work to lie. It's too much work. I'm not gonna, if you don't like me, you don't like me, and that's fine. I don't care. You know? And I didn't really have friends or whatever, but I wasn't lonely some of the time. A lot of time I was. But, like, I would notice people lying or people not being themselves because of whatever they were watching. We grew up with social media. You know, we grew up with having access to internet. And a lot of people would see things on social media that they were fed. And then, they would tap into insecurities. You know, and then they would lie about it, or they would change their whole persona into someone that they're not, or they don't even want to be. And just to have certain friends, or just to have certain people. And people don't get it, that there's a vast amount of people in this world. Like, if you are yourself, you are going to find people like yourself. You don't have to change the way that you are. And I think that taps into emotions. Like, everything here, marketing. The father of marketing. I forgot Sigmund Freud's cousin. I forgot his name. But he got like cigarette sales skyrocket because he got women actresses during the like women's suffrage. He got women actresses to go to parades in New York and stop the parade, or crash the parade and light up a cigarette. And he just said like something about you can do it, like take your freedom or whatever, like women can smoke too, because women wouldn't really smoke, like, and it skyrocketed cigarette sales because it tapped into women's emotions. It tapped into, well, I can do it too. Why do you want to smoke cigarettes like that? First of all, you're fucking up your lungs. I mean, shish kebab in your lungs. Like, but he tapped into emotion. That's all he did. He just tapped into emotion. Sales skyrocketed. Marketing. Marketing is every single business key to whatever you want to sell. The system is a business. They market into your emotions. They tap into your emotions. They show you, well, maybe you want this. Well, maybe you're interested in this. It's something that had never crossed your mind. Well, maybe this. Oh, what is that? Oh, like, pay attention. You don't actually want that. Like, it's crazy to me how easy it is because of emotions. Because most people don't understand their emotions. Most people can't sit by themselves and be like, I'm feeling this. Why am I feeling this? Well, this happened. Well, okay. Well, what am I going to do about it? Why? I don't want to feel this way. Okay, how am I going to change it? No, they just sit and they bottle everything up and they're mad and they explode and they don't know how to communicate with other people. And it just creates this whole cycle that divides human beings. There is no reason that I can think of where I would hurt another human being, except if they're hurting me first. Physically.
Yeah.
Like, people hurt other people because they lack understanding. They have a lack of understanding.
Yep.
If we could only understand it all.
It's like what J. Cole says. Pain is just a lack of understanding.
It's insane. People just don't understand, and they don't care for you to understand.
Yeah.
Anything that, I think Andrew Tate was talking about it as well. Anything that you talk about or you give energy to is going to grow in any sort of way. If you have a business idea, if you put your 100% energy and time into that, it's going to grow. If you go to the gym every day consistently for the rest of your life, I can assure you, you're not going to be fat in a year. Like, because that's how things grow. If you're depressed, right? If you're feeling super sad, and then you go to a therapist and talk to your therapist about how sad you are every single session, you're just giving it more energy to be more sad. Well, maybe, like, I believe, like, for example, if I'm feeling sad, I either talk about it with people that I trust, or I write it down, or whatever, and I acknowledge that emotion is there, because emotions are real. I acknowledge that it's there, but I don't want it there. Okay, how do I not get it out of here? Okay, I'll feel it for this time. I'll give myself an hour, tops, or like whatever. I'll feel it, and then I'll see, okay, what else can I do? I'm not going to be sad the rest of my life. That's a waste of life. Like, it's just giving it so much energy and so much power, like paper. It's the same thing. If you give it so much value, if you give it so much power, it's gonna grow and it's gonna overpower, If you're depressed and you tell everyone, oh, it's because I'm depressed, so it's because I'm taking antidepressants, so it's because this, oh, it's because that. Okay, then you're not gonna get out of that cycle because you're running. You're running in circles.
Yep.
You're in that little mouse trap and you're running and you think you're going somewhere, but it's just going in circles. You're not moving. You're stagnant.
Like, to put it in simple terms, imagine there was a demon. Imagine there was a demon. I don't believe in religion, but imagine there was a demon that was
Man-made
after you.
religion.
Man-made religion.
I don't believe in man-made religion.
I believe in God. But imagine there was a demon coming after you, right? And you're scared of the demon, right? You're scared of the demon. You don't want the demon to possess you. You don't want it to be influencing your life negatively. The more you acknowledge the demon and like
The more you're scared of the demon.
the more you give it negative energy, like you're scared of it, the more you give power to it so it can consume.
You're
all right?
feeding it.
So what about next time the demon comes, what if you just stood up, oh shit, and you're like, you know what? Frick you. You know? Like, what if you stood up to the demon? What would the demon do? Would you gain the power from the demon? Would the demon come after you? What would it do? Like, I don't know. You don't know. But isn't that better than being scared and giving it negative energy?
And I think that's just a way to call your power back.
Yep.
All that energy that you give whatever you're afraid of, it's feeding that and it's growing and it's getting more powerful. And each time that you feed it more, like that thing that Django? No, not Django.
No.
That's a great movie. But no, not Django. The Andrew Tate was in a podcast with
George Janko.
George Janko, there we
Yeah.
go. He was saying about, well, let's say you have a lion living in the light and a lion living in the dark their whole life.
Yeah.
Which one is going to survive? Most people are going to be like, oh, the one in the light. No, the one you feed is going to survive. That's insane. The one that you feed is going to survive. If you're scared of the dark and you feed the dark and you imagine that there are shadows and figures that are watching you while you sleep and you keep feeding them because you're more scared and now you can't sleep at night and you're going to start looking at things because your mind is powerful. This little thing in here, your brain, it's extremely powerful. It literally creates your whole reality.
Yep.
You know? If you feed it, you're going to be more scared and you might even start hallucinating shadow figures.
Yep.
You know? Or you might even whatever. Like anything that you feed is going to grow. You know? If sometimes I've had, for example, scenarios where I'm thinking about something and I'm thinking, well, maybe this happens. And it doesn't happen, and then it happens. You know? Well, I was thinking about it.
Yeah.
I was feeding it, you know? Well, maybe this, and it happens. Is it my intuition or am I manifesting it? I'm just feeding it energy, you know?
And manifestation isn't like some heebie-jeebie magical whatever abracadabra thing, if you believe that. Manifestation is thinking about something, thinking about it so hard, thinking about it as if it's real, and putting in the actions and putting in the work in order for this to happen until it happens. That's manifestation. That's all it is. It's not thinking about it, and then looking up to make sure it falls out of the sky. It's not that. It's thinking about it, putting in work, and then it happens. As for Fed's case, it was her thinking about it and maybe subconsciously putting herself in scenarios that might lead her to the negative manifestation that she put in her mind.
Negative or positive.
Yep.
Because, like, manifestation, the more you think about something, the more you are going to attract either the people that you have to meet, the situations you have to be in, the opportunities you have to take or not take. You're going to attract that, you know? Whatever you think about, is you're going to get opportunities where you're like, oh, wow, I was thinking about this. Oh, okay. You know, if you want to do it. Like, manifestation isn't just praying, you know. Praying, a lot of people manifest things by praying, but you actually have to put in the work. Like, you can't just pray and give it all to God and then hope that God, without you moving a finger, will put it in your lap. That's not how it works. You know, you're going to attract opportunities. Like, this podcast.
Yeah.
I had been thinking about this podcast for a while now, you know, and we saw the opportunity and we took it, you know,
Yep.
like everything that you want, you can get. And the more you think about it and the more you learn about it, like I want to, whatever, learn about starting a business, you know, I'm going to get books like Think and Grow Rich, like the 48 Laws of Power, like marketing stuff. Yeah, like I'm gonna go get a book, I'm gonna go get a course, I'm gonna go, and once you open that course, then you start meeting people. Oh, okay, then you start meeting people and they have this idea and maybe we could partner, and maybe, oh, but you have this idea, oh, well, I don't know how to do this, do you know about this? Well, and you start putting yourself in that situation, that opportunity where more opportunities, you open more doors. You open more doors and more doors appear. Once you open that door, then more doors are there. And you had just been thinking about that. But you have to take the first step in order for the little snowball to start coming down the mountain and get bigger and bigger and bigger. It's not just going to be laid in your lap.
I forgot who said this quote, but I don't know if you know this quote. Maybe I'm saying it wrong. Luck is when preparation meets opportunity, right?
Yeah.
I think Oprah said that, but I don't like Oprah. Okay? I'm not giving credit to her. I say it now. Luck is when preparation meets opportunity. And preparation is putting in the work, putting in the work, putting in the work, putting in the work. Opportunity is opportunity.
What you've been putting the work for.
Like looking for whatever it is that you like.
Like if you're into real estate and you just got your license, let's say, right? But you don't know really anyone, only the people that were in the classes with you. Okay, from there, then start going to real estate events that are held. Look up online. Online, bro. The internet is insanely, like, it's immense.
Yep.
It's immense. It never stops. It never ends. And you just find one, let's say, one realtor event. You go and then you start meeting other realtors and ask normal questions. Like just simple conversations, maybe something that has nothing to do with real estate. You just make a connection, you made a new friend, and that friend happens to be a realtor. Now you have that contact. Now in the future, that person maybe has an opportunity that is like, oh wait, I remember meeting this person. Hey, how are you? And that's, you know, it's insane how little it takes to start whatever you want. And people don't do it because they're afraid.
Yep.
People are just afraid to fail.
Bro, who gives a frick about failure? Who gives a frick about what other people think about you? Who cares? You're going to die. We're all going to die. And no one's going to remember you. Just do whatever you can to make sure you enjoy this reality and live it to the fullest. Live with no regrets.
I know. People are so hung up on what... It's because I went on the date with this guy and, well, he hasn't called me back. Who cares? You're gonna die. You're gonna die. Like, people don't understand that they're mortal. You only have, like, if you're healthy, you have a good 80, 90 years.
Yeah.
And that's it. Not even 100. 100 is rare.
Yep.
You know? If you're healthy, maybe I'll give you 100. That's not that many years for how long this world has been, like, in existence. It's insane. Like, people don't understand that the best time is now and the better time was yesterday.
Yep.
Like, you're gonna die.
Well, now
Nothing
you
matters.
understand it because we're talking to you about it.
Well, yeah. Now you understand it, and I hope it sticks. But people don't understand that they're gonna die. Like, the things that they care about that actually have no, like, oh, well, I need to be home at this time because you're gonna die. You're gonna die. Like, oh, well, it's because I don't know if I should do that because I'm not saying, like, go be a cartel owner if you want to, you know. But if there's this thing that you really want to do and it's crazy and it's something you've never done before or whatever, oh no, but I shouldn't. You're gonna die. You're gonna die.
Just go for it.
Life is not forever. Your life is not forever. For all we know, we might reincarnate. you know, and that would be a terrible scenario for me because I doesn't matter. But it for all we know, there might not be anything afterwards. For all we know, we might die and then go up into the cosmos. You know, that's what I believe.
Yep.
Maybe we reincarnate in a different planet and things are different because I don't know, whatever. But this right now, today, your consciousness, your persona, your name, who you are is only going to live for hopefully 90 years.
Small amount.
Super small. Super small. Like, so many things have happened in our history alone over 1,000 years. Like, you're going to live for a fraction of that. A tenth of that, if anything, if you're lucky. And that's super rare already.
Yep.
Like, it's insane. People don't understand that most of the things that they care about and that they're like, so, oh, this person doesn't like me. This person doesn't want to be my friend. There's 7 billion people in this earth. In the U.S. alone, there's how many?
Millions.
Millions on millions on millions. Like, there's still, bro, it doesn't matter.
Yep.
It doesn't matter. You're gonna die.
You're gonna die.
And you're still letting yourself be controlled.
Yep.
You're still letting the people that know that nothing matters, the people that know that it doesn't really matter if you're doing whatever you're doing, they already know that. But you are being fed this facade and you're eating it whole. Like, you're gonna die. I'd rather do something good as well. I mean, might as well. Do something different. Do something that I'm probably gonna be forgotten in the next 3,000 years, maybe. But maybe for the next 100 years, I might still be in people's mouths. My name is still going to be talked about. Hopefully. You know, that's what I'm going for. Like, it's insane. You're gonna die. I can't stress that enough. Like, people don't understand that they are able to be free. They're just choosing not to. Because they think that safety is the best.
You gotta stop
option.
living like a coward and you have to die like a hero. That's what you gotta do. Do whatever. Think of the biggest dream you've ever had. The biggest dream you ever have right now. Okay? Pursue it. Just pursue it.
Just start today.
Now.
As you're hearing this, start opening, like, open whatever it is in the internet that can get you whatever. Start learning about whatever you are interested in.
But make sure you don't fall into the system. You don't. If you're going to pursue something that's in the entertainment business, if you're going to pursue something that's in the business, don't pursue something that's going to exploit other humans, such as Coca-Cola, such as sugar, such as processed foods. Don't pursue anything that's going to exploit your fellow kind. Don't do that. Help us. Help each other. That's what's needed right now. We got to help each other as humans. Okay? That's for business. If you're going to pursue entertainment industry, don't sell your soul. You can't listen to the execs, to the producers, to the people that tell you, oh, here, sign this $50 million contract, but you have to repeat everything we tell you to do, to say. Whether it's according to your morals or your principles or not, I don't care. We're giving you this $50 million. You're mine now.
You're my puppet now.
You're my puppet. You can't sell your soul to the entertainment industry, and you can't make money exploiting humans. Don't do that. Don't do that. Pursue your dreams, but don't do those two things at all.
I know there is an insane amount of things that that you can do in this world. There's so many things that like, there's no genuinity. I don't think that's
Authenticity.
Authenticity anymore. Like, there's no people being genuine anymore. Like, Mostly because people don't understand how to be genuine.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
People don't understand how to not hurt people, and that doesn't fit in my brain. It doesn't fit in my brain, but I mean, it sucks, but it's the reality. Like, people don't, most people are not going to care about you.
Yeah.
You know?
At all.
At all. They don't care. Like, they don't care about us. Like, whoever's watching this, you probably maybe don't know us. You don't care what we have to say. You don't care about if we die tomorrow.
Yep.
That's reality. But I want to say this to whoever's listening, you know? This is what's going on. This is real. This doesn't matter.
Yep.
Like, do something about your own life, your freedom, actual freedom. Take risks. Take risks. Like, the bigger the risk, the better the reward. That is literally what is taught in business. Like, that goes for everything. You know? Like, go to the gym. Exercise. Be healthy. And the rest of it is going to help. That simple thing, keeping discipline, I believe keeping discipline in an exercise, or keeping discipline in keeping your body healthy and strong, helps you have discipline in everything else. It helps you have mental stability, like
mental clarity as well.
Clarity, everything. Like, to think logically. Literally, most people live their life. They went to school during the week, or they went to work during the week, and they can't wait for it to be Friday so we can go get hammered on Saturday and Friday. And then Sunday is a rest day because I'm hungover as fuck. And fuck, Monday I have to go back to work. Bro, I have an exam on, I forgot, I'm fucking hungover. And there's nothing that you're doing with your life like that. You're just killing your body. You're gonna die at 60, and I'm gonna die at 90. We're in a parking lot and someone just pulled up.
You'll be able to see it on our other camera. So yeah, bro, just go get hammered and
Shut up. Shut up.
Even at like even thinking about like following up what you're saying, like I remember, like, go to any McDonald's, go to any corporate owned businesses, and you know, like, everyone is forced to have this high pitched voice. Hi. How you doing?
Your customer service
Yeah.
voice? Yeah.
To talk to the other people. It should just be like, all right, what's up, bro?
Yeah,
What do you
like,
want? What would you like? You know, like that's a byproduct of whatever it is that the system has, you know,
yeah.
programmed us to do with not authenticity, with unauthentic. Like, even the news, bro. Like, hi, this is Martin for ABC. Like, who talks like that?
I know,
bro?
damn
No
well
one
you don't
talks
talk
like
like
that.
that, bro.
Like, no, he doesn't have sex with his wife, and he's like,
Oh,
harder.
yeah.
What's
You like this, don't you?
like, you just gotta be yourself and be authentic, and if they don't like you, well, who cares? Like, move on. There's 7 billion people on the planet.
Bro, trust me. There is people that are like you, and there is gonna be people that are gonna like you, and whatever the fuck. I mean, the frick. But just be yourself. Just be yourself. Like, I believe that if everyone was genuine, truly genuine, and people understood that not everyone has to agree with you, not everyone has to have your same beliefs, not everyone has to say the same things that you're saying. If everyone understood that everyone is entitled to their own thoughts, everyone would understand. Like, if I understand that you're upset because of something that happened, but that thing that happened doesn't affect me in any way, okay, yeah, well, he's upset because of this. Okay. I can move on with my life. Like, emotions, I think emotions play the biggest role in where we are right now with our society.
Yeah.
Emotions, people not understanding their emotions, people being vulnerable to the impulses that come with their emotions and acting on them. Like, it's insane. People, stoicism.
Lack of emotional intelligence. That's what it is. Lack
Yeah.
of emotional intelligence for sure.
EQ.
EQ. That's what it is. Definitely.
They're so easy. People are so easy to be tapped on because of their lack of emotional intelligence.
I think if you take one thing from this podcast, it's actually I'm gonna give you two things. If you take two things from this podcast, it's become aware of your surroundings and become aware of everything that's going on in the world. Don't be ignorant to the bubble that they place you in. And practice emotional intelligence. Like, develop your emotional intelligence. If someone pisses you off, if someone gets you extremely mad, if someone's like making sure he or she wants to irritate you, you have to stay calm. Try to logically think about why this person is doing this to me, and act accordingly. Practice emotional intelligence. That's what I want to say.
Yeah, I mean, and be 1% better than the you that was yesterday. Like, you from yesterday, you have to be 1% better today. In any way, shape, or form. I'm not saying start a business if you don't want to. I'm saying learn something new. Learn something new. One thing. The smallest thing. The irrelevant thing, whatever. Just learn something new by yourself. Not in school, not in your job, like by yourself. Just search something up and learn something new. Excuse me. Just or be open to finding out the truth about things. Like, there is an immense amount of censorship that goes on
Yeah.
every day.
Yep.
And it's the things that you don't see because it's not what the media wants to feed you. Like, there's a vast amount of censorship. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all those, they, like, Elon Musk with Twitter is better,
Yeah.
He has freedom of speech.
Yep.
But censorship demolishes your freedom of speech. Like, it's it's such a powerful tool, freedom of speech, that is being ripped away from you because now you can't say whatever you want. Now you have to walk on eggshells with whatever you want, and that's not how it's supposed to be. Like, censorship is becoming a big problem, and people are not caring because they're not fed what's being censored.
Yep.
You're not being fed what's being censored. You're being fed what the Roman circus is coming up with.
Yep.
Like,
what the Matrix is making you think.
Exactly. Like, dig deeper. Go, if you think Andrew Tate is a misogynist, okay, then go watch a podcast and whatever he's watching. Go search up, whatever he's saying. Go see and inform yourself about what he's actually talking about. If after that you still think he's a misogynist, okay, that's fine. You're entitled to your thoughts. You're entitled to whatever you want to think.
Yeah.
That's okay. If you think he's a misogynist, but you agree with some of the points he's talking about, okay, that's also fine. If you don't care about him after one podcast and you don't want to hear about him ever again, that's also fine. Just know what's going on. Inform yourself. If you think Edward Snowden is a traitor, okay, just go and see first what he did and why he did it. Go to the Joe Rogan podcast.
With Edward Snowden.
Yeah, and just inform yourself about why they did the things that they did and why they're saying what they're saying and why they're being canceled and censored. And then make up your mind. If you still think he's a traitor, that's okay. That's fine. You think whatever you want to think, but don't be ignorant in your thoughts. Don't make up an assumption and do it for granted that it's that. because I saw one clip about Andrew Tate talking about a woman really disrespectfully. It was probably out of context.
Yep.
Like,
Definitely.
that dude, Andrew Tate, has a lot of, he does say things really aggressively, and he has a way of saying things that he does it in the purpose of getting a reaction. That's why he's so famous. You know? But
he has a logical explanation for everything that he says, and it actually makes sense what he says. It's a logical way of thinking about the world, and he says it in an irritating way to the unconscious people in order for it to irritate you and get across to you. That's
yeah.
why.
And I mean, it makes sense to us. You know, you
it
go
makes
make
sense.
your own judgment.
Uh-huh.
Go make your own judgment. Be a free thinker.
Yep.
That's what I want you to take out of this podcast. Be a free thinker. Think for yourself. Don't just think, well, this because my best friend actually said that. Who cares? Your best friend doesn't have your brain. Your best friend isn't with you 24/7. You are probably taking a crap alone right now in the toilet. Not with your best friend. Like,
you have your own brain.
Yes. Like, you are an individual. Be a free thinker.
And one last thing I want to say. To the people that control the Matrix, if you're watching this, and I really hope you are, I want to say one thing. Kiss
Okay.
my...
All right. No.